Numbers chapter 25. Israel was staying in Shittim. The men of Israel began to commit sexual sins with the women of Moab. The woman invited the men to feast and sacrifice to honor their gods. The people ate the sacrifices and bowed down in front of the statues of those gods. So Israel joined in worshipping the god named Baal that was worshipped at Peor. The Lord became very angry with Israel. The Lord said to Moses, "Take all the leaders of these people, kill them, put their dead bodies out in the open. I want to see you do it in the middle of the day, and I will not be angry with Israel." So Moses spoke to Israel's judges. He said, "Some of your people have joined in worshipping the god named Baal that worshipped at Peor. Each of you must kill the people in your tribe who have done that." Then an Israel man brought into the camp at Midianite woman. He did it right in front of the eyes of Moses and the whole community of Israel. They were weeping at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Phinehas was a priest. He was the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron. When Phinehas saw that what had happened, he left the people. He took a spear in his hand. He followed the man into the tent. Phinehas stuck the spear through the man and into the woman's stomach. Then the Lord stopped the plague against Israel, but the plague had already killed 24,000 of them. The Lord said to Moses, "Phinehas is a priest. He is the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron. Phinehas has turned my anger away from the Israelites. I'm committed to making sure I'm honored among them, and he is as committed as I am. So even though I was angry with them, I did not put an end to them. So tell Phinehas, I'm making my covenant with him. It is my promise to give him peace. He and his sons after him will have a covenant to be praised forever. That is because he was committed to making sure that I, his God, was honored. In that way, he paid for the sin of the Israelites." The name of the Israelite man who was killed was Zimri. He was the son of Salu. Zimri was killed along with the Midianite woman. Salu was a family leader of the tribe of Simeon. The name of the Midianite woman who was killed was Cosbi. She was the daughter of Zor. He was the chief of a Midianite family. The Lord spoke to Moses. He said, "Treat the Midianite just as you would treat enemies. Kill them. After all, they treated you like enemies. They tricked you into worshipping the god named Baal that worshipped at Peor. And they also tricked you because of what Cosbi did. She was the woman killed when the plague came that was connected with Peor. Cosbi was the daughter of Midianite leader." Numbers chapter 26. After the plague, the Lord spoke to Moses and Eleazar the priest. Eleazar was the son of Aaron. The Lord said, "Count all the men of Israel. Make a list of them by their families. Count all the men who are ever to serve in Israel's army. They must be 20 years old or more." At that time, the Israelites were on the plains of Moab. They were by the Jordan River across from Jericho. Moses and Eleazar the priest spoke with them. They said, "Count all the men 20 years old or more. Do it just as the Lord commanded Moses. Here are the men of Israel who came out of Egypt." Reuben was Israel's oldest son. Here are the names of his sons. The Hanokite family came from Hanok. The Paulite family came from Palut. The Hazarnite family came from Hazarn. The Carmite family came from Carmi. These were the families of Reuben. The number of men was 43,730. Eliab was the son of Palut. Eliab's sons were Numel, Dadan, and Aviram. Dadan and Aviram were the same community officers who refused to obey Moses and Aaron. They were among the followers of Korah who refused to obey the Lord. The ground opened its mouth, it swallowed them up along with the Korah. The followers of Korah died when fire burned up 250 men. Their deaths were a warning to the rest of Israel. But the family line of Korah didn't die out completely. Here are the names of Simeon's sons. They are listed by their families. And the Nimolite family came from Nimor. The Jaminite family came from Jamin. The Jachinite family came from Jachin. And the Zerahite family came from Jerah. The Shaulite family came from Shaul. These were the families of Simeon. The number of men counted was 22,200. Here are the names of God's sons. They are listed by their families. The Zephonite family came from Zephon. The Haggite family came from Haggai. The Shunite family came from Shuni. And the Oznite family came from Ozni. The Arite family came from Ari. The Arodite family came from Arodi. The Arorite family came from Areli. These were the families of God. The number of the men counted was 40,500. Er and Onam were sons of Judah, but they died in Canaan. Here are the names of Judah's sons. They are listed by the family. The Sharonite family came from Sherah. The Perezite family came from Perez. The Sherahite family came from Zerah. Here are the names of the sons of Perez. The Hazarite family came from Hazarah. The Hamulite family came from Hamul. These were the families of Judah. The number of the men counted was 76,500. Here are the names of Issachar's sons. They are listed by their families. The Tolite family came from Tola. The Poit family came from Poa. The Zeshavite family came from Jasha. The Shimronite family came from Shimron. These were the families of Issachar. The number of men counted was 64,300. Here are the names of Zebulun's sons. They are listed by their family. The Sheredite family came from Shered. The Aaronite came from Aaron. The Jahilite came from Jahilel. These were the families of Zebulun. The number of the men counted was 60,500. Here are the names of Joseph's sons. They are listed by their family. The family came from Manasseh and Ephraim, the son of Joseph. Here are the names of Manasseh's sons. The Machirite family came from Machil. Machil was the father of Gilead. Gileadite came from Gilead. Here are the names of Gilead's sons. The Lazarite family came from Lazar. The Halakite came from Halak. The Azarite family came from Azrael. The Shechemite family came from Shechem. The Shemidite family came from Shemidah. The Havarite family came from Hefer. The Jeroboam was the son of Haphel. Jehoshaphat didn't have any sons. All he had was daughters. Their names were Mahalar, Noah, Hoglah, Micah, and Tirzah. These were the families of Manasseh. The number of the men counted was 52,700. Here are the names of Ephraim's sons. They are listed by their families. The Shutulahite family came from Shutulah. The Becherite family came from Becher. The Tahanite family came from Tahan. The sons of Shutulah were the Aaronite family. They came from Aaron. These were the families of Ephraim. The number of the men counted was 32,500. These were the sons of Joseph. They are listed by their families. Here are the names of the Benjamin sons. They are listed by their family. The Belite family came from Bela. The Hashabel family came from Ashabel. The Ahiramite family came from Ahiram. The Shuphamite family came from Shupham. The Huphamite family came from Hupham. Bela's sons came from Arad and Naaman. The Aradite family came from Arad. The Naamite family came from Naaman. These were the families of Benjamin. The numbers of the men counted was 45,600. Here is the name of Dan's sons. He is listed by his family. The Shuhamite family came from Shuham. These were the family of Dan. All the men in Dan's family were Shuhamite. The number of the men counted was 64,400. Here are the names of Asher's sons. They are all listed by the families. The Imnite family came from Imnah. The Ishuvite family came from Ishuvi. The Virite family came from Viria. Here are the names of the families that came from Viria's sons. The Havarite family came from Havar. The Marchilite family came from Machil. Asher had a daughter named Shirah. These were the family of Asher. The number of the men counted was 53,400. Here are the names of Naphtali's sons. They are listed by the family. The Jahizilite family came from Jahizil. The Gunite family came from Guni. The Zerite family came from Jezer. The Shulamite family came from Shulam. These were the families of Naphtali. The number of men counted was 45,400. The total number of the men of Israel was 601,730. The Lord said to Moses, I will give the land to them. The amount of land each family received will be based on the number of each man. Give a large share to a large family. Give a smaller share to a smaller family. Each family will receive its share based on the number of men listed in it. Be sure that you cast a lot when you give out the land. What each family receives will be based on the number of men listed in each tribe. Cast a lot when you give out each share. Cast a lot for the larger and smaller families alike. Here are the names of the Levites. They are listed by their families. The Gershonite family came from Gershon. The Kohathite family came from Kohath. The Merarite family came from Merari. Here are the names of the other Levite family. There are the Levinite family, the Hebronite family, the Mohalite family, the Mushite family, the Koharite family. Amram came from Kohathite family. The name of Amram's wife and Jochebed. She was from the family of the Levites. She was born to the Levites in Egypt. Aaron, Moses, and their sister Miriam were born in the family line of Amram and Jochebed. Aaron was the father of Nadab and Abihu. He was also the father of Eleazar and Ithamar. But the Nadab and Abihu made an offering to the Lord by using fire that wasn't allowed, so they died. The number of male Levites a month old or more was 23,000. They were not listed along with the other men of Israel. That's because they didn't receive a share among them. These are the men counted by Moses and Eleazar the priest. At that time, the Israelites were on the plains of Moab. They were by the Jordan River across to Jericho. The men of Israel had been counted before in the Sinai desert by Moses and Aaron the priest. But not one of them was among the men counted this time. The Lord had told the Israelites at Kadesh Barnea that they would certainly die in the desert. Not one of them was left alive except Caleb and Joshua. Caleb was the son of Jephunneh, Joshua was the son of Nun.